Hello YouTube, hello TikTok, hello Instagram. This is a video as to say why bodybuilding? Why am I doing bodybuilding? And why so late in life? Well, why not? Okay, I didn't start it late in life. Well, I kind of did in the sense that in 2014 I was told if you don't get your act together, you are going to end up with uh, type 2 diabetes. So I decided to get myself a PT who became a friend of mine and get myself into fitness and sort of get myself healthy and fit. Then I kind of kept looking at things like bodybuilding. I was always a fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger anyway. Please ignore the hair, don't know what it's doing. But I decided to look up female bodybuilding and do I want to go this far? And I'm one of these people that will go all in, not just go half in, go all in. Anyway, I decided, right, let's do this. Because I'd been a couple of years, I think it was about 2016, I kind of went, right, 2 years now of losing weight and getting into shape and stuff like that. And I looked good. And I thought, right, let's try this, see what we do. Um, but I think it was a mental thing that stopped me from, going on stage, being in a bikini and so on. And it was more of a mental attitude than it was kind of doing the physical things. So I was prepared to go on stage in 2020, and guess what come along in 2020? Yeah, COVID. And that kind of put a dampener in everything. That put a dampener in training in the gym. That I was only training at home. I didn't have enough equipment to train at home, and yeah, even though I got a guy give me a, what do you call it, a home gym, and because he had stage 4 cancer, and I swear to God, to this day, I so appreciate him giving me that. But I ended up then passing it on, doing the good deed, because I was moving into a different home and I didn't know whether I had the space for it. Anyway, 2022 came along and I went, fuck this. I've had, 2 years nearly of not being able to train right because of so many bloody lockdowns, so many bloody restrictions. I went, fuck this, I'm getting on stage. And I did it. Wasn't a proper category, it was a transformation category, which kind of is a category at the end of the day. But it was because I had lost loads of weight, but I hadn't got lean enough to go and do a proper category. So that was great. That was one of the best experiences I've ever had. People were so lovely. The whole show was absolutely amazing. And I'm going to insert my trophy here because I came second place. So that gave me a real drive and a real push to do it. I'm going to get to the why in a minute. Sorry, I'm giving you the story first of all. But then come 2023, and unfortunately I got diagnosed with cancer. And that was a hard time. I had a parotid tumour on the side of my jaw here. You can see the scar. And then I had to get lymph nodes removed, hence the reason why I've got this swelling under my chin. And I also then had to go through radiotherapy. So after that had all finished, I kind of decided, right, do I go back to training and get myself back on stage in 2024? I was like, no. I had to let my body basically heal itself. And even though I was healed, sort of mid 2024, I was healed from all the sort of like burn stuff and stuff that was going on inside my mouth and everything to do with the radiotherapy. I still wasn't fit enough to be put myself into doing a show. Then I said, right, 2025, shall I do that? And I was like, no, I can't. I need to take time. Again, I wasn't feeling the best. 2026 is coming up and I am going to compete again. And I'm going to compete in the federation that I competed in before, which is NIFMA, Northern Ireland Fitness Model Association. And they have a show in June 2026. And I'm going to do Miss Tone Muscle. And I am I'm looking forward to doing it, but I know there's a lot of hard work to go through and I will get there eventually. I'm currently not in prep, but I am trying to lose body fat, just around my tummy and stuff like that, so that when it comes to being in prep, I won't have as much body fat to maybe lose. And I am doing well with that at the moment. I do go on holidays at the end of October, and I need to be very, very careful because I'm one of these people that loves their food, and there's a lot to do. I'm going to put pictures in at the end of this video just to show you guys how I'm looking, and kind of a comparison picture from maybe a year ago to how I look right now. So why? Well, as I said, why not? I think that this whole idea that women should be looking a certain way is this Eurocentric ideology, sort of patriarchal ideology that women should be petite, curvy, and have little boobs or big bums or whatever. And that is kind of a thing set by men, really. You know, this is what we would like our women to look like. Well, I'm not like that. Unfortunately, I want to look jacked as fuck. And to the men, we're not looking to be men. We don't want to be men. If I wanted to be a man, I'd go through the transition. I would do it properly. And we don't care what you think. Couldn't give two shits what you think. I'm not doing this for you. I'm not doing this for the male attention. I'm not doing this for anyone else's validation, only my own. And you don't own muscles. You don't own bodybuilding. You know, yes, it was a male dominated sport, but it doesn't mean that you own it, or that you think that you have the right to say who should and who shouldn't do it. Some of the best champions in Olympia, which is coming up next week, and I'm going to do a video about that, are women. 8 times Olympia champion Sydney Gallen, although she's retired, you know, breaking records. Andrea Shaw, 5 times Olympic champion. Missy Truscott is going for her first championship in figure, but she was 3 times Olympia fitness champion. So, yeah, the women are fucking smashing it. Am I going to be at that level? I'd love to someday, but I am 50 years of age. I could probably maybe get 10 years out of this sport, but my body will be my main indicator as to whether I will continue. So let's see how we do next year. If I am feeling it, I might do a second competition. If I'm not feeling it, then I'll not be going anywhere near a second one until another one until the year after. But I would just have to see how my body reacts to different things, like, you know, the training and to the diet and the prep. At the moment, I'm suffering from a bit of fatigue, so I'm taking things a little bit easier. It's probably because I've had the cold all week and still have got it. You can hear me sniffing. And this is the first day I've been able to get out with a walk with little fur baby here. Let me just show you fur baby for all the YouTubers and the Instagrammers. This is Ruby. Ruby, you gonna say hello? No. We haven't been able to get out over the last couple of days because of Storm Amy. But that's why I am doing bodybuilding. And as I always say on my TikTok videos, have a nice day.